Okay, so it turns out it's output that you need to change. So I've changed output for 1 and for 5. 1 being for the ailerons, 5 being for our flight modes. And I've also put in our sound. So, up at the top, stabilize mode. So that's your, what does it call it in the manual? Balance mode. You then have in the middle, manual, which is manual in here. And then
return to launch.
All the way down will be return to launch, which isn't actually set up yet. And we'll be doing that now. So, on this little doohickey mabob, that is its technical term. So if it's in the middle, it's 0, and then either side is reversed. So if we go into stabilize mode, and we go down, it puts in more down, which is not right. And if we twist it so the bottom ring goes down, it's actually putting in more right aileron, which is wrong. So if you look at these, both of these are sort of like a third of a turn to the left. Actually, let me have a look at these with my own eyes and not through a camera lens. Yeah, so they're like a knock to the left of centre. So I'm going to turn to a knock to the right of centre. And then if you look in the instruction book, it gives you information on return to home. So I want return to home. So that has to be all the way over on the right hand side between 2 and 3, which is this one over here. Okay, so I'll go and get a screwdriver from down here. Nope. One of these. Probably that's small enough, and I'll just change those. Give me a moment. Okay, so I fucked up in the fact that they're actually all the way around to the right, and I just basically heaved at them and may have slightly broken this piece. But it still seems to work, it still seems to do stuff. I think we've just sort of knocked the end point off of 2 of them. Because it suddenly went, that's a lot of force. Let me try this one going the other way, and it was a lot better. So these are now fully all set to the right. So we should have return to launch as our stated option. Let me just make sure. So it's a lovely view there, I'm sure you're getting. So now I just have to be very careful putting up against the end stop. Right, so that should now be on return to launch as far as I can tell. Okay, so what we can then do after that, so let's see, so if we go down, it's still putting down in. If we go left, it's putting left in. So what we need to actually do is I'm going to move it, so instead of it being all the way around on this right hand bottom edge, that's the front actually, I'm going to put it all the way around, sort of halfway to the left. So let me see if I can show you how I'm going to do this. So if you look, I'm just turning it. Come on, focus on the thing. So I'm going to rotate it so that it's actually about there. You can see. So I'm going to do the same thing with the aileron now without looking down the camera lens and fighting with the camera. So now, fingers crossed, hopefully if I haven't broken that board, if I put in down, you are now getting, it's slightly hard to see, but we are now getting up elevator. And if I roll to the left, we are now getting right aileron. So that's that sorted. Last thing that we need to do then is do a calibration. So what that basically means is go into, so balance mode, which we're in now. The other joystick's in the neutral position, which for, so when it says neutral position, does it, in order to maintain level flight, clear plane, level, power the plane, wait for Kopilot to confirm status. So does that mean like this? So I'm looking at this, okay? So it says Kopilot neutral calibration. In order to maintain a level altitude flight, a stabilised calibration is required. The calibration steps as follows. Put the plane level and power the plane, which it more or less is. Wait for the Kopilot to complete the startup, set flight mode to stabilise mode, which I've done. Move the sticks to the flight radar to match the right figure state. Wait for 5 seconds until the mode indicators 1 and 2 and GPS indicators flash all at the same time. Okay, now based off of this, I presume it means down into the middle. Okay, so I have to set it level, which I'm going to do based off of that free skybox. And then I'm going to put basically everything into these bottom corners while watching these lights. So let's see what happens. That's about 5 seconds to me. And it's not flashed. Okay. Okay, maybe we need to do radio calibration first. So please switch to flight mode to balance mode, throttle at the lowest position, the other joysticks on neutral position, then long press the set button on the tuning board for more than 3 seconds. Okay, I'll give that a try. Apologies for the darkness, but it's a radio show for now. Let me grab that screwdriver. So, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And now my elevators are reversed. That's strange. Okay, so now my elevators are reversed. If I bring this back over into the main shot. So, yeah, elevators are now reversed. And the ailerons are reversed. That's annoying. Okay, again, radio show while I quickly try and swap them back. So, we're looking for output. Aileron needs... Up is up, down is down, left is left, right is right. Okay. Stabilised. Pulling up, it's going down, which is correct. Going to the left, it's putting in right aileron, so that's correct. Okay, so that's set up okay. We now just need to try and do this stabilisation doodah. So with it in stabilisation, we set it level. And then we... Again, trying to line this up. We do this. Aha! Now everything is flashed. So now, we unplug and repower the plane. I just wanted to show you something, just like curiosity. Look how much I'm having to move that throttle stick before anything happens. So I'm going to try and fix that now. We'll unplug everything, full throttle, plug it back in again. Yeah, that's really, I don't really like that. I mean, again, like, listen for the sound. So maybe slightly better. Let me try... so make sure that's fully down, and then I'm going to repress this set button. 1, 2, 3. Now it moves the ailerons once in each direction. So now, this is very strange. I do apologise for the blackness while I'm doing this, but I'm trying to sort this out on the fly. So we'll go full throttle. We'll plug it in. Now, why in the name of hell is it now? What a fucking pain in the ass. How do you change the flight mode? What the fuck does that even mean? We might need to set that externally. This is the problem with S-Bus, you can't just swap leads around. So wait, so what? So remote control switch solution. At this time, long press the set button on the adjustment board to switch the plane type. I don't know how I fucked this up, and this makes no sense. The main LED section will show the current flight mode and also the type of plane selected. When the plane type needs to be adjusted, first use the remote control to switch the flying mode until L1 or L2 are lit. Now press and hold set for 3 seconds. So that is LED 1, which is on. So it's in VTAL mode.
Return to launch.
1 elephant, 2 elephant, 3 elephant. I don't understand. The main LED section will show the current flight mode and also what type of plane selected. When the plane type needs to be adjusted, first use the remote control to switch the flying mode until the LED 1 or LED 2 are lit. By this time, long press set button to adjust the bottom of the plane. What the fuck does that mean? Does that mean I've got to like keep pressing it until the light changes? Or
Stabilize.
like what do you call a long press? Because at the minute 1 is on, solid. What the fuck? I don't know how I fucked this up. I'm gonna have to Google this because I've done it about accidentally. I've accidentally changed it so that now only one light is coming on, which means because it's LED 1, it's in VTAL mode, which makes sense because up elevator, aileron, and then rudder moves an elevator, so it's in VTAL mode. I haven't got the foggiest idea. I've tried what it says in the book. I mean, I'll show it to you one last time. So the main LED section will show the current flight mode and also the type of plane selected, which we've confirmed is VTAL. When the plane type needs to be adjusted, first use the remote control to switch the flying mode until the LED 1 or LED 2 are lit. So LED 1 is lit at the moment. The green one we're looking at that isn't flashing.
Return to launch.
Return to launch also has that one lit.
Manual.
That has none lit. So
Stabilize. Manual.
we'll get to the motor problem in a moment because without that I'm fucked. So at this time, long press the set button on the adjustment board to switch the plane type. So if I long press, which it says elsewhere is 3 seconds, 2, 3, let go. Oh, nothing happened then because there was no...
Return to launch. Stabilize.
Oh, hang on, have I fixed the fucking thing? I've done it! I've only fucking done it. What a weird and wonderful system that is. Well, that's right. Stabilization is also right. Excellent. Never press that button again. So, wait, what are we doing?